I have 6 brand new fragrances from Zara here. This is part of their Vibe Variations. Vibe Variations would have been great though, Zara, maybe for next year. And these are brand new for this season. I was in Zara looking at various things. I'm always fascinated with fragrance because they do create some really good fragrances for really affordable prices. These are $7.99 for 20 mils or $17.99 for 100 mils, which is crazy. And I think anything that can get people into fragrance without trying to rip someone else off. Yes, Zara do dupes, but these are living in their own world. I have these which all focus on sort of one key note or accord. Like we've got wood, we've got amber, vanilla. There's a vetiver one, I think, there's flower. So I'm gonna go through them and I'm gonna tell you a bit about them. Straight up, hi, I'm Robin. Should have probably told you who I am first. Please do press subscribe if you like these sorts of things. I'm talking grooming. So we're hair, skincare, fragrance, and my street style series. So please do press subscribe. First one I'm gonna give you is Metamber. I was wearing this over the weekend, so I can tell you a little about this. What I do enjoy about all of these fragrances, they are kind of pulling and heroing one key thing. So if you know that you like these sort of resinous, ambery scents that are perfect, in my opinion, for autumn, winter, then this could be the way to go for you. Also, just the little bottles, like a really great size for 20 mils, and they smell good. Now, what you might think about this one is it might be, as I say, the resinous, smoky, full-bodied amber. This isn't. The dry down is ambery, but actually for me, this slightly goes more sort of woody. It does smell quite sort of fruity and light. And when they're sort of picking out notes, and I don't really like to talk about notes too much because I think wear what you like and whatever it smells like, but they're talking black pepper, white amber, crystal, and musks. And it is these sort of musky notes that I think really are sort of where the heart is of this scent. If you like this sort of cocooning Le Labo Santal 33, if you like this sort of Maison Francis Cook Jean, these sort of scents, dare I say the Baccarat Rouge, stuff which might be fairly potent, but definitely has this kind of soft sort of veil to it. This could be a good one for you. I like this. The performance is good. It's certainly not great, but for this price point, do you expect anything more? So yes, I like, and certainly could be a blind buy. Not that heavy amber, but pretty good. Okay, Metamber, thank you very much. Okay, let's go into this one. Okay, this is Shamanilla. We're talking sort of sweeter, more gourmand. And when I first smelled this, I was intrigued. And I actually did quite like it. Again, they're giving notes here of, and I should say they are all eau de parfums, but that could be anything. Coconut water, vanilla cream, and cotton candy. Sounds like an absolute headache in a bottle. But this is more of these sort of solar notes. So brighter, and something which is more of that really expensive sun cream. You know, the type of stuff that your mum doesn't let you use because she wants it for herself. This is the vibe I get with this. All this sort of coconut, which gives you something which just feels kind of easygoing. It's coconut in the more sort of natural sense rather than the pina colada sort of sense. You know, it's something which does feel like it's got a freshness to it. And then the vanilla and this cotton candy or whatever they've called it, the vanilla certainly gives it something which does lean into the sweetness. I think it's not so wearable. If you are someone who wants to go for these traditional masculine scents, this won't be your vibe, but this could be quite nice to kind of layer up with something more woody or maybe with the amber. It's nice to have. Do I love it? No, not at all. Okay, Vetiver, one that I have not yet tried. So let's do a bit of a blind test together. Vetiver I normally love for the very grassy, fresh. Ooh. 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 Fruity, grassy, boozy, leathery, confused. That is not what I expect from the Vetiver. There's definitely sort of a fruitiness to that. What are we getting? Green violet, okay, pear and Vetiver. That's unusual. That's actually not bad. I quite like that. That violet certainly cuts through. It's really sort of in your face. I do like violet in terms of like a floral because violets have got their own point of view, their own personality, and they are like straight to you. They are straight talkers. I like this. It feels like it's quite sophisticated and quite rounded and really well put together. Yeah, I like that. As it's starting to dry, I'm certainly getting more of these sort of pear notes. Pear sometimes kind of moves into this sort of slightly sweet sort of vibe, kind of quite tart into the back of the mouth. I like that. I think that's quite unusual. Would I wear that? Yeah, I'm not too sure. There's a slight heaviness to it that I do quite like, so I will have to give it a shot. But sort of first impressions, I think pretty good. Okay, let's go Wood Legacy. Wood Legacy. Woody sort of scents are great for the autumn winter seasons because they are very versatile. And this one is no change to that. Now, this is a very bright wood. It gives me barbershop wood. It gives me barbershop wood vibes in the sense that it's kind of got a bit of a hair product vibe to it. It reminds me of a sort of very high-end shampoo that has been created for men, if that kind of gives you the sort of vibe. The notes that they are hearing on this are black chocolate, tonka beans, and patchouli, which really should be kind of more in this sort of sweet gourmand. But do I get black chocolate? Not so much. And by black chocolate, do we mean dark chocolate? I don't know. Black chocolate. Comment down below. Am I just eating the wrong type of chocolate? Seriously, I do like a sort of Milky Bar white chocolate, but this is black chocolate. Tonka beans and patchouli. So do I get that sweetness? Slightly, but for me, this is more of a sort of balance between being quite green and quite woody. Yeah, less of these sort of sweet notes. I like it. Do I love it? No. Does it going to turn heads? No. Is it a safe bet? Yes. And it is, again, for $7.99. Absolutely fine. Wow, we're whizzing through Zara. This is what I was like, actually stood at the Zara zone, looking at these fragrances, kind of not wanting to be disturbed or asked if I want any help. This is one I've not tried. Flower, please. Vibe Variations, jasmine, fresh aldehydes, and white musk. I love jasmine. I think jasmine is absolutely gorgeous in fragrances. Definitely gives you a sort of energy and a sort of powdery vibe. And for Vibe Variations, that is what we want. So please, flower, deliver for me. Fine. Absolutely fine. These fragrances across the board are quite wet, and what I mean by wet is they don't feel like they're fortified in terms of notes. They are a blend, they're an accord, they feel like they're kind of they're just easy wearing, the kind of thing that someone might just spray into a bag when you leave a shop. You know, it is that sort of thing. Quite good as a room spray. The jasmine I'm getting, the musk maybe not so much. This is, it's not floral in a sort of skewing to overtly floral and traditionally feminine, wear whatever you like. If you like those big, bold florals, go wild and go hard. But it's certainly something which I think with the musk does lean into something which, as many of these are, this sort of cocooning autumn, winter. And much like Zara do sort of trends for seasons, it makes sense to have the fragrances which match that. You know, if you are wearing sort of big chunky knits, you want a fragrance to match that. So this is what they're doing quite well. Forgettable, flower please. So if you want to blind buy that, go for it, but I didn't recommend it to you. Okay, from flower please to leather fever. Now for leather, I'm wanting full-bodied, smoky, maybe creamy, just goodness. Like I'm thinking the sort of ombre leathers, the Tuscan leathers. I'm thinking like the Mont Blanc collection leather. I want something that just, you know what, just spray the thing, Robin, and let's see. The fact that I already had opened this box suggests that maybe this is quite forgettable. Yes. Okay, leather, like a touch leather. Do we have leather? What are these things in this? We're talking leather, pear, and vetiver. Boom, pear. Okay, a sort of definite fruity, again quite wet. but I don't really get the vetiver, I don't have the grassiness. I'm sure I wore this one at home over the weekend, but the fact that I can't remember it really says something. I have quite a good memory, especially for fragrance, and I'm not really getting anything. And performance across these, again, I'm gonna say, have been fine, but not fantastic. This is actually, like, it's the fruitiness in this that I think is really quite interesting and something quite unusual. I love pear notes, I love apple notes. I think you get the right sort of fruitiness without being a fruit cocktail. And it smells pretty good. It smells, I say pretty good, it smells fine. It smells what I would expect from a $7.99 fragrance. And I think definitely could be blind buys. I will tell you what ones I think are the best. I enjoy that sort of vanilla one for the sort of sweetness and the coconut. I think this one is really okay. What else did we have? I mean, you can remind me from what I'm saying here. Flower, bit forgettable. Woody was fine. Metamber, yeah, quite liked. So I think they're okay. The sort of, the overarching theme of these is this soft, cotton-like sort of textile. Something which is like this sort of laundry detergent, fabric softener that you get, that gives you something of, I know that fragrance. Like, how do I know that? You don't know that fragrance. It's just this. Well, you might know that fragrance if you've been into Zara and tried one of these 6, but they just have this sort of familiarity to them, which I do think works for this season. So give them a shot if you do. If you have already tried these, then let me know. Other Zara fragrances that I love. We're talking the tobacco collection. Absolutely amazing. Something like $13.99 for 2 of them. Ones that I still have in this cabinet across here. And whenever someone asks about fragrance or Zara, I say try those. What else do I like? I think that might be it, to be honest. Oh yes, when they had this sort of French range, which was sort of places in Paris, I thought they were really very good. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried any of these or any other sort of budget-friendly recommendations. I would love to know. And if you've still not pressed subscribe, then hey, come on, what are you doing? Come on, press subscribe right now. But until my next new video, bye-bye.